Someone the other day asked me what kind of curriculum I use for homeschooling as an entrepreneurial parent. And it kind of like made me sit back and think for a second because I've used a lot of different things. Now, this is not just for homeschool. My kids have went to private school, public school, and we've homeschooled. We've done it all, everybody. It's like a charcuterie board of schooling. And my friend calls those Sean Connery boards. So if you want to call it a Sean Connery board, because no one can say that word right anyways, everybody. But that's what my schooling is kind of like. We've had this, and we've kind of used whatever works for the season that we're in. And right now, homeschooling is what is working for the season that we're in as an entrepreneurial family. It gives us flexibility to travel to events, to take our kids, to have them be part of the experience. Now, I will tell you that learning in our home is a non-negotiable. And what I mean is we don't just do schooling and then stop. Schooling is an ever-going, is that a word? Ever-going process, everybody. I'm just going to use it as a word because why not? I use the word charcuterie board in a schooling reference, but whatever. We're just going with it, everybody. So what do I do for homeschooling? This is what I do. I have a curriculum for my boys that is all online, and they go through it by day. Now, once they're done with that year, they can be done or they can start the next year. So it doesn't go from September to May or September to June or August to June. It goes all the time. We're always learning. They're always reading books. They're reading the Bible. They're reading extra things. That's part of it, but that's not all of it. That's just the curriculum for what I would call normies. Then there's entrepreneurial curriculum on top of that. So I actually would say that my kids maybe do more schooling than ever, but we do fun schooling. Fun schooling? I think that should be a word. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it should be a word. We read lots of entrepreneurial books. We listen to audiobooks when we're driving. We do hands-on things like my kids right now, they work at Warplan Studios. They come in, they're with the employees, they're with the crew. They're learning all these technical and skillful things. They're learning how to talk to adults. We take them to events. We let them listen to podcasts and YouTubes of people who are trying to change the world, other entrepreneurs. And this is for our free time fun. But the one thing that I found to be very magical in the last season is board games. Board games teach you a lot about life skills. They teach you a lot about entrepreneurial skills, like the game of strategy, like we've been playing Risk and Monopoly. And it also is teaching us leadership skills on how to communicate with people, how to express ideas and beliefs to people, how to work together, there's so many things that you can learn for board games. So are board games part of my curriculum? No, but yes. We have been using board games as the fun part of our curriculum, fun school. So we'll do our homeschool. Then we do our life, which includes, coming to the studio, events, podcasts, audiobooks. And then we do fun time, which also includes learning and actual tactics. I feel like our whole life is actually schooling. It's the school of life, maybe like the game of life, which is a little weird now, just so you know. If you haven't got a new board game of life, it's a little different than 1975 board game of life, but I digress. Now, my girls, they have a different type of schooling because they have more books and they're learning more basics like math and reading and learning how to read. But after a certain point, it's all learning, everybody. It's all learning. And even my daughters, they come to the studio and they're doing things and they actually pretend to play podcasts, which is adorable and makes my heart swoon. So is homeschooling the best for entrepreneurship? In this season for the Latimers? Yes. I don't know if it is for you, but it just depends on what you value, what you're trying to do, where you're trying to go, what kind of children you're trying to raise. Now, there are some disadvantages to homeschooling for kids if you are doing sports. So my kids are not active in sports right now, but we try to do other activities like go to the gym and do walks, go to the park and different things. So we do filter in those things, but they aren't playing organized sports at this moment. Some homeschool places let you still do organized sports. So you have to just kind of play to each kid. I know some homeschool families who don't even do all homeschooling or all public schooling. They have certain kids do homeschooling and certain kids that do public schooling or private schooling. So you need to kind of do it to your kids' bend, like what your kid is going to do. But in this season, entrepreneurship and homeschooling is a very great marriage for our family, and it's actually having great benefits. My kids right now are even creating a course together that I didn't even know about. They did it on their free fun time. So how cool is that they're learning how to edit videos and make videos and create ideas and build something? Are you building something, or are you just turning things off? After your kids get done with school, are they just done and they just are zoning out, or are they becoming producers instead of consumers? I hope for the world your kids are becoming producers, because we need a lot more of world changers out there. So I hope you're building a world changer, whatever charcuterie board, I don't even know if I said that right, charcuterie board of schooling you decide. Remember, we're trying to change world changers. And I love you, and I hope you stay sexy.